Hi, welcome. I'm Mary Crowley, and this is The Art Show, again. And I have here Meg Barrows, who represents one of my favorite places in Rutland, Vermont, the Chaffee Art Center and the Rutland Area Art Association. The Chaffee Art Center is a gem, it's a jewel. It is on Main Street, conveniently located. It has been going for 55 years, and it is a place that I want to keep going. I want it to turn into everything it can become. It's fine now, but it could become more with your help. It's an annual appeal ongoing, membership ongoing. Go online, chaffeeartcenter.org. The barn is now a place where the arts can take place, if it is changed somewhat. All right, I have spoken enough. This is Meg Barrows, who is the executive director of the Chaffee. Meg, what would you like to talk about first?
I think first, Mary, I would like to invite people to come up to the Art Center and take in the current exhibit. It is...
Now, today is November 30th.
Yes.
Okay. And that exhibit will be up how long?
Until December 9th.
Until December 9th.
Until next Friday.
Right.
The current exhibit, which is completely fiber, and it's by Surface Design Associates, which is a national fiber art association. And the 14 people who are part of this exhibit are Vermont members of a national fiber association.
And it's stunning.
And
There's no
it's
question.
stunning. These artists are from all over the state, and they take fiber into every interpretation you could possibly imagine. There's everything from knitting and quilting to paper pulp, which is another fiber. I mean, they take the word fiber to its broadest definition,
right,
and turn it into art. It is really magnificent. I'd like to talk briefly about the fact that the Rutland Flower Club will be coming today to decorate the mantels.
The Garden Club is going to be making the mansion even more beautiful.
As they did 2 weeks ago, and I know 450 viewers out there were part of the standard flower show that they just put on at the mansion in front of this gorgeous fiber exhibit.
It was exciting.
Flowers and fiber go so beautifully together,
yeah,
as they do, whether it's your dining room table. Flowers and fiber just go very well together. So I invite people to come and enjoy that through December 9th. And then,
how about the monarch piece?
I like that.
The monarch piece,
that's my favorite,
is made of hundreds of milkweed pods that have been individually painted and hand tied 10 knots each to hang from the ceiling in almost a waterfall kind of formation.
That's a good way to put it.
And they're absolutely beautiful.
They are beautiful.
It creates a really interesting piece, not only with the pods themselves, but with the shadows that are thrown on the wall behind it.
Right. Yes, and I did notice that. There are two other installations. One has to do with a beehive and bees, and the last has to do with moth galls. Is that
Correct.
yeah?
Yeah.
A moth gall is a rounded piece on a natural growing plant, and the moth apparently is inside.
The moth will lay its egg in the stalk of the plant, and the plant will have a reaction to that, and instead of dying, it will just create a little bubble around the egg where it will continue to grow. The plant continues to thrive, and then when the moth hatches, it eats its way out and the plant continues.
Okay, Beth Miller. This world is exactly what I want, is what the word you see as you go in. And I think her selection of natural materials is quite stunning. We went on to the bank, which is very large, which is a gallery now full of artwork. Oliver, you want to talk about what's in there?
It's a fantastic place. It's a great location, right there on the corner.
Corner of Center Street and Merchants Row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see the outside is the green marble. And the inside is just as beautiful in the architecture. It was built in 1928, right before the crash. And you have these great slogans that go along the top in plaster, talking about wealth and industry and happiness. And then the bank tellers themselves, you have 10 bank tellers. And you think about the amount of money that was going through that bank. You have Italian marble down below. This sort of thing wouldn't be built today. Yeah. So historically, the bank is absolutely gorgeous.
And don't forget the ceiling.
And the ceiling, exactly. All plaster. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, you have all the different works that have been collected and brought into this space. As you go around, you can see a rich array, and I believe you took some shots of that also.
Yes, view. But there was a picture on the wall that I gather, Carolyn, you did before you did this one, Too Much Order. Is that right?
Yes, I did a collage of segments of other monotypes and put them together into collage arrangement. But my main
Now, what is a collage? I like to just ask questions like that because some people don't know.
Well, it's kind of a great way to get into making art because you have a whole bunch of pieces that are not related, and you have an idea of a story or something, an image, and then you can start cutting and putting them on a board or a wall and moving them around. So you have a lot of options before you decide you're going to glue them down. So
I'm just thinking, I think that would be a wonderful way to get a frightened adult into art again. All little children seem to be artists, and then they lose it.
Yeah, it is a little intimidating to start painting, and
Exactly.
you have this wet medium and then brushes, and you've got to like do something on this blank piece of paper.
And if you're not doing an abstract, maybe you're thinking, oh, I want this to look exactly like the sunset that I saw. And it may not. You may not even come close.
So you're moving parts around.
Right.
And then you can easily see how I move parts around for book arts too.
And you can see this. Well, this is a pop-up too.
Yes.
Do you want to show this? And I'll put it back?
Sure.
Why not? All right.
So it collapses down like this, and then it opens up like that.
Did you take a class or did you figure this all out yourself?
No, this one I figured out by myself.
Okay.
I did not take a class for it. But I mean, I read books of how to make.
You taught yourself?
Yeah, exactly. So the story.
I think you're self-motivated to some extent, which some of us are not.
The story behind that is it's a narrative about Mr. and Mrs. Scaredy Pants. That's what I call them, name them. And she wants to go out, doesn't want to be in this ordered little home anymore where it's very safe and non-threatening, and she wants to go out and experience the world. But Mr. Scaredy Pants does not want to do that. And so eventually she convinces him to go out. So you can see here where their house is very neat. And
Hold it up in front of you.
right here.
Because then
This side here, they're in their home. And
you have to hold it up.
okay,
Okay, there we go.
yeah, right here. And so anyway, she convinces him to go outside, and they are walking around in the environment and their yard and their neighborhood. And Mr. Scaredy Pants over here, he pretty much decompensates and can't handle all the stimuli and the uncertainty. So actually, it's sort of really a universal theme.
Absolutely it is. No, it is.
Yeah.
There are those who spend most of their life indoors, and there
Yeah.
are others who want to
Right.
have adventures.
So.